Alrighty, good evening everybody. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write in here, let's put, without making you fall over, if I can, let's put good, come on Lee, use it, good, oh that's not how you spell it, there we go, good, I'm getting there, evening, there we go. So hopefully if I do that it might help me see your comments. Right guys, very exciting time tonight. Hopefully Facebook is going to play the game, and well, let me see my good evening and let me see your comments, because sometimes Facebook doesn't let me do that. I've got my laptop here, by the way, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, just to make sure everything's okay. So if you can see me, as I'm sure you can, I'm kind of illuminated here, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, hit like. Tell me where you are watching this from. Are you watching it in Aberdeen? Are you from somewhere else? Apparently my page on my laptop has not even told me I've gone live yet. Oh, there we go. Let's go down here. Perfect. Right. Hopefully. Evening. Right, here we go. We'll put that down there now. And there. So evening, Laura. Evening, Babs. Yes, cool. Facebook is playing the game. Hoorah. It is a bit wet and wild out there tonight, guys, so hopefully I've got all your attention and you're sitting snug, you've got a cuppa, ready to hear about my exciting adventures that I have got coming up. I'm just going to give it like a minute or so to hopefully get more people live. I'm going to drink my hardcore Vimto. But yes, hopefully. Oh, Aberdeenshire, Julie. That's maybe the furthest away. Anybody else from anywhere else? I know Kat and Rebecca, awesome. I know you guys are all Aberdonians. Let's see if we can get someone from a little bit further away. Let's see what happens. Sometimes Facebook isn't the best at spreading the word, but hopefully it will. So yeah, guys, and I know some of you watching this, like I know Rebecca, all you guys, will know a bit about my backstory and kind of, you know things about me. And some people might be like, who the hell is this person? Who are you, Lee? Who are you? So what I'm going to do is going to tell you very briefly a bit about my backstory, because actually my backstory plays a very important part in why I'm doing what I am doing. And then tell you what it is that I'm doing, along with a couple. I've got my sheets here because you know what, I'm terrible for going off on a tangent and forgetting what I'm saying. So I have got some things here to make sure that I tell you everything that you guys need to know. Do you know what? I was really cold before because the heating wasn't on. I'm boiling now. Now I've got all the lights on. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And then I'm going to get to it, guys, because I know time is precious, although I imagine not many people are rushing out tonight for somewhere to go. But yes, I will keep it as short and as sweet as I can. Can you see, is that there? And guys, if anyone has any questions through this, then what I will do is I will look at them all at the end and I will answer them on my stories. Okay, I will do that. So let's get into it. Let's tell you a little bit about my backstory. So while you might see this super positive, strong fitness business woman, it's taken me a long time to get here, and a lot of hard work, especially mentally. For those of you who don't know, I used to have an eating disorder for about 15 years. It cost me my dream job in the south of France as a water sports instructor. It cost me friends. It cost me my front teeth. And generally all enjoyable experiences through my teenage years and 20s. Yeah, I was in a bad way, but managed to cover everything up with lies to prevent those around me finding out the truth. I lived away from Aberdeen, so it made it a little bit easier. I suffered from depression, being on just about every antidepressant out there, and sleeping tablet as well. I've struggled with alcohol quite a lot. While I didn't wake up wanting a drink, I drank every day, drank to excess, could never find the kind of stop button when I went out. And yeah, definitely had a problem. I was in such poor health that I did not think, genuinely didn't believe that I would live to see my 18th birthday. And here I am, from counsellors, psychiatrists, psychologists, being an outpatient at Cornhill. I did everything I could to try and get better. I was sick of being sick. But it wasn't really until 2011 when I qualified as a personal trainer that things really began to turn around. I was just on the cusp of overcoming that 15-year eating disorder when I qualified as a personal trainer. So it was a big, you know, it was a big turnaround for me. And, you know, as cliche as it sounds, you know, fitness did save my life and helped me turn it around. And fast forward to today, and I am the strongest mentally and physically I can be. And, you know, that is a very brief summary of my backstory. There's been some extremely dark and challenging times, but the great thing about hitting rock bottom is that the only way is up. And that is what is going to lead me onto what my challenge is. So here we go. This is what I have been wanting to share with you guys, that I have been working on for about 6 months now. This is not something that I have just come up with and thought, you know, maybe I want to do this. It's something that I had an obsession with since I was a kid, which when I tell you, maybe you guys will have as well. It is a lifelong dream, and the time to do it is now, for numerous reasons. Also, the success rate plummets once you reach 40, and I'm 40 now. So yes, the time is now. So in April 2024, I will be flying to Kathmandu, which is in Nepal. From there, I'm going to spend about 10 days trekking and acclimatizing, making my way to Everest Base Camp. Once I reach Everest Base Camp, I will spend a further 30 to 40 days climbing through the Khumbu Icefall to camps 1, 2, 3 and 4, acclimatizing as I go before making a final push to the summit and stand on the top of Mount Everest. This is my journey from rock bottom to the top of the world, literally. And seeing those hearts coming through, thank you guys, thank you. This is big shit here. You know, once I conquer the highest mountain in the world, I will begin descending back down to base camp. Then from Everest Base Camp, trek back to Kathmandu. Love you guys. And then fly back home to Aberdeen and have the big ass party. The biggest party you can imagine. All in all, it's going to take me about 60 days, okay? It's going to be pretty savage. So yeah, I said the challenge was big, and it does not come literally much bigger than that. So isn't that really dangerously, and can you die? Well, yes and yes. But first, I will get on to the risks and the dangers in a minute. But first, I just wanted to share something with you, important, and one of the ways in which you can help me. There's a few ways, okay? So 3 years ago, my grandpa spent his last days in palliative care in the Anchor unit in Aberdeen. And ironically, I didn't actually time this specifically, but it was almost 3 years to the day. And I suspect many of you have heard of the charity Friends of Anchor. Golly, thanks, Rebecca. Wow, yeah, wasn't what you thought it was going to be, Rebecca. So anyway, a lot of you have heard us. I imagine you've heard of Friends of Anchor. For those who don't know who they are, I'm just going to read their mission statement a second so I know that I get it right. So Friends of Anchor's mission is to support cancer and haematology patients in the Northeast. Over the last 25 years, the charity has funded millions to make that vision possible, investing in medical equipment, pioneering research, and person-centered well-being that push the boundaries in how patients are diagnosed and treated and cared for. This is something I experienced firsthand with my grandpa. The staff were incredible. They were so helpful. And therefore my mission is to climb Mount Everest and help raise as much money as possible for Friends of Anchor. Whew. Didn't think I would get emotional. Something which I know my grandpa would support and be proud of. So yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I can't just hit stop, can I? I'm live. You know, and I know this is not the best time to be asking people for money, and I get that. But I know that every single person watching this has been affected in some way by cancer, whether you have survived it yourself, whether you're going through it, or you know someone that has, or someone that's passed away and been taken from it. So hopefully you can contribute something, anything, you know, to giving it such a worthy cause, a charity close to my heart too. I'll be giving you some, like, oh, thank you, yeah, oh, thanks guys, it's all coming in, awesome. All of Friends of Anka's overheads are covered by the Balmoral Group, so you can be rest assured that 100% of your donation will be going to them and do some amazing work. And if you're like, oh Lee, you know, I'd love to give you more, I'd love to give you maybe 40 quid, but I can only afford a tenner right now, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to put up my Just Giving page straight after this, and it is going to be open until I summit Everest and come back home. So yeah, that's in 2024. So if you're like, do you know what, I can only afford a tenner now, but I might give you a tenner next month and I might give you 20 quid next year, absolutely fine. You can do it bit by bit. But do you know what, one way that you can really help me right now is like this video, like this live, and share it and tell people, and let's generate as much publicity as we can so I can raise as much money as I can. I will be hitting up the media, the newspapers, local magazines, radio, TV. My big goal is to get on Lorraine. Hopefully she will support a fellow Scot. If anyone's got contacts for Lorraine, and then let me know, and I will be getting in touch with her. I'm really going to blow this up. And here's another way in which I can help you, you can help me. If you are a business, or if you know someone that has a business, especially a local one, who would be interested in sponsoring me. I don't mean raising money for charity, I mean sponsoring me to help fund my Everest trip, because it's really expensive to climb Everest. But have their business at the forefront of this, and get some major publicity opportunities, then please do get in touch. And you know what, given I will be the first female from Aberdeen to ever attempt this, you know, I'm looking to get as much local support as possible. So if you know anyone, or if you are a business, let me know and I will send you some information and we will help each other out. So let's get on to the kind of juicy, scary bit. Mum, Dad, you might not want to hear this, but yeah, it's obviously a very real thing. Before I get on to that, I'm just going to put it out there. I have a fear of heights. Yeah, going to climb the highest mountain in the world, fear of heights. Good job, Lee. So that's something I'm going to majorly have to overcome and conquer. I also suffer from bronchoconstriction, which means whenever I push myself through intense exercise, my air tubes close up and I struggle to breathe. It's triggered by extreme cold and heat. Something which I take lots of medication for. So there really is a major added risk before I even get started from anyone else. But I'm going to give you 10 danger risk stats that that you might find intriguing or interesting. So number one, just over 6,000 people have summited Everest, some more than once, and just over 300 people have died. Everest is 29,035 feet tall, which is 8,850 meters, just below cruising height of a jumbo jet. Anything above 8,000 meters is called the death zone. So the death zone is where most people have died, and it's where your body is basically breaking down and dying cell by cell due to lack of oxygen. I think there's about 34% oxygen in the air from that at sea level. Your stomach stops digesting food, your brain can swell, you can get fluid in your lungs, your risk of heart attack goes up, or a stroke. You can hallucinate, get major fatigue and weakness, which obviously makes climbing even more dangerous if you're experiencing any of that, which is why you have oxygen. Well, most people have oxygen while they climb it. But yeah, there is absolutely zero room for error. You can't fuck up. If you fuck up, you know it's going to be a fatality. So there is, yeah, it's pretty intense. Everest is the highest mountain in the world, but it is not the deadliest. Everest has a 14.1% death rate, while Annapurna has 29.5%. Don't worry, I've not got Annapurna on my sights. I will stick with Everest. Number 5, over 200 of those who have died on Everest, their bodies are actually still there, purely because it is too dangerous to rescue them and bring them home. So there's still over 200 bodies on Everest, many of which you can see. You know, I think the Chinese people went and tried to take a lot out of sight, but yeah, it will be a firm reminder to keep my shit together on the way up. Number 6, the biggest cause of death on Everest is avalanches, falls and collapses. Obviously, avalanches, you know, there's nothing much you can do about that. But your falls and collapses, these are most often occur due actually on the descent. So it's not necessarily going up to Everest, it's coming back down, mostly due to fatigue and exhaustion. That summit day push is hours long. And yeah, you can get complacent. Yeah, I've made it to the top, and then just be absolutely exhausted on the way down, lose your footing, and yeah, it's game over. I'll burn about 10,000 calories a day. So yeah, 10,000 calories a day. On that summit day, when I push to the top, twice that. Yeah, I'm banned from Annapurna. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. That's not on the list. Where was I? So yeah, twice as much on summit day. Khumbu Icefall. The Khumbu Icefall. Sorry, I thought my cat, I might be Missy creeping about. Oh, hello. Sorry. I'm alive. What are you going to do about it? Sorry, my cat's distracting me now. Let's get back in the zone. So the Khumbu Icefall. So this is Everest Base Camp, Khumbu Icefall, camps 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. You have to go back and forth through that Khumbu Icefall quite a few times, which is a treacherous zone. It's the hardest part, some of them say. It moves around 1.2 meters a day. You have to climb it at night time because it's too dangerous to climb during the day, and that's when they put ladders over these big deep crevasses, which are as safe as they can be. But yeah, if you Google Khumbu Icefall, and yeah, you'll see what I mean. Temperatures can get as low as -60 on the summit. Winds up to, whoa, Missy, I'm busy here, I'm busy. Where was I? Oh yeah, yeah, winds. I think it was up to 200 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour, very windy. Anyway, so you need to make sure that obviously you are summiting at the right time. From the stats, the last one, guys, from the stats that I can find, and it's very difficult to find Scottish specific ones. Only 6 Scottish women have conquered Everest so far. Now, prove me wrong. Please do some research. Please let me know if anyone can find me any stats on that. But from what I can see, only 6 Scottish women have ever summited. Please tell us you're going with a team of people and first aiders. Elena, I am flying solo on this one. No one's quite crazy enough to join me. So yeah, I will be doing this by myself. I am going with a company called 7 Summit Treks, who are a very reputable company. So yeah, they will have first aiders and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, basically I am going to need to train harder than ever before to achieve this. My training will officially kick off in January 23, which is actually about 9 weeks away. So yeah, some of the highlights next year will be climbing Ben Nevis, which is the, you know, the highest mountain in Scotland, Snowdon, which is the highest mountain in England, lots of other Munros in routes. I'm going to do a week's winter course in Fort William with a company. I'm going out to Mont Blanc to go and check how I perform at altitude, because, you know, it doesn't matter how fit you are or what your age. You know, altitude sickness can't affect anybody, so I'm going to go challenge myself there. As well as you might have seen me posting pictures of my ice baths. So thank you, Ice Tubs UK, for providing me with an ice tub. I'm really not looking forward to that, I'm not going to lie. But I need to do it to prep mentally, physically, to prevent, you know, getting frostbite perhaps as much, so my body gets used to it. So I can try and control my breathing, which is going to be a major issue as it is. When you're climbing, you just need to get used to consistently being out of breath, which can sometimes, you know, send you into panic. So yeah, I really want to come home with all my limbs intact. And you know what? I really want to come home. Not coming home is not an option. So while there are lots of risks involved, with the last, you know, breath in my lungs and every ounce of, you know, strength in my body and mind, I will put into training to make sure that I am at peak physical condition come April 24. And so that's the plan. I'm sure you will smash it, Lee. Great charity that I see a difference they can make every day to the patients. Yeah, absolutely, guys. So like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to post my Just Giving page. If you can like it, if you can share it, or even just comment on it, it will help Facebook show it to more people, hopefully help me raise more awareness for mental health issues as well as money for friends of Anchor. Like this video, share this video, and like I said, if you've got any questions, I'm really excited to read your comments. I've been seeing them coming through, really excited to read your comments, and if you've got any questions, I will answer them in my stories. I am going to be documenting this as you can tell until 2024, so you'll see all my training, you'll see what I'm getting up to. You know, I am obviously scared about it, but I'm very excited about it. It's something that I need to do, so I'm focusing on the positives. And yeah, that's it, guys. You will smash it when it's recently. Oh, thank you guys. That is it. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Keep posted for my Just Giving page, and I will speak to you soon.